Hi everybody, my name is Shahar Kaspi. I'm the founder of Shuffle Media. Our marketing agency is working with record labels and musicians worldwide. And let me tell you a quick story before we start this case study. So a few years ago, we've invented an amazing marketing technique called hyper A/B testing for musicians. As you already understand, the main concept in here is to use A/B testing in order to get the best performing ad and ad sets. At Shuffle, we understood very quick that it's not about just the music, it's about the content, it's about the audiences, and it's about testing everything in every single moment when it comes to your music. So I hope you'll enjoy this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask anything in the comments below. And we want to show you this case study because we reached to 8 million streams from most of the streams actually came from the Spotify algorithmic playlist, and we want to show you how we did it. It's a house remix. I highly recommend you to listen to Betty's Only Stuff. He's a great producer, but I want to show you the back end of this campaign. So if we're going back to his business manager account, I want you to look at two of our campaigns, right? So the first campaign started back in July. We invested a daily budget of $50, and then the other ads we've spent $20. Right now, this campaign is still running till this very day. It's still running with the same ad sets that we've optimized actually a few days ago. So in total, we've spent on this campaign, as you see in the first kind of ad set, we had $1,300 spent, and in the other campaigns, we had $660 so far. That's the total. It's almost $2,400. He also ran some campaigns by himself, but obviously we had great results and better results than he had by himself by hiring our services. So I just want to show you the timeline from the last 28 months. From the first time that he actually released this campaign. So the song was released back in May 11th. As you can see, the amount of streams back then weren't that good. Yoni started only by showing and exposing his songs to his own fans. We got to this campaign at this point right now when he had this huge drop. So obviously every artist would panic if he would see that his daily streams are dropping from 70,000 to around 15,000 in just 2 days. So we understood that we had to reach to a high listening rate profiles and actually people who just love house music. So how these campaigns actually look like on the back end itself. So just for you to understand, we have a few campaigns that were running here back then. The first campaign that we ran was just an awareness campaign with a custom conversion of the view content page where we're sending people to the landing page itself. Now, we already had 3 ad sets running back at the time. We always run 3 ad sets because it gives us a better A/B testing for us to check the results if we can get a better cost per conversion in this case. So we had festivals, Tiesto, and general house audiences. I'm not gonna run into the drill down into the interests themselves, but I just want you to take a closer look. Back then, we had only 1 ad under each and one of these campaigns. And then we had to optimize the ads, but I knew that we can get a better conversion rate. And then we started this campaign later in the start of August. It's August 4th in here. We always write the date in here. And as you can see, we have 3 different ad sets, but in this case, we had 3 different creative ads for each and one of these ad sets. And let me tell you why. So we always start with an amazing, really wide hyper A/B testing campaign, as we like to call it. As you see in here, the cost per conversion in here, we're still counting, content views. That's our custom conversion. Later on in this campaign, we'll switch it back to clicks. So the custom conversion the pixel would actually count clicks themselves. But in this case right now, after a very thorough, kind of testings and process of understanding how people are interacting with Yoni's ad, we've come to understanding that in this case, content view is the best kind of way and the cheapest way for him to get people's attention and to get the actual conversions. So what we did in here, we actually turned off one of the other ad sets. Back in the other campaign, we turned off 2 of them. Right now, we have 2 ad sets running with a total of $20. This is a CBO campaign, a campaign budget optimization. And as you can see from the day that we actually started to get better conversions, right in here, we saw an amazing increase from 15,000 streams. It took us less than 4 or 5 days actually to get the algorithm attention. And then from that point on, the algorithm just started to trust us more and more and more. What happened in here that at first we brought listeners from the profile and catalog. We had to show the Spotify algorithm that we actually are capable of bringing these listeners from social media into Spotify. What happened after that is that people really liked the song, so they added their song to their private playlists and libraries. And what happened after that is that the algorithm recognized that the same people are actually coming back to listen to the song, and then the Spotify algorithmic playlist just started to rise up. Now you can see it like in a retroactively way, but you will have to trust us on this one, because if you can see here, if I'm going back to the 12 months, you can see an incredible increase from the day that we actually started working with him. We haven't used any paid placements at all on these playlists, because we know it's going to harm our artists, especially when it's like a top tier artist such as Baddies Only in his field. The amount of streams that this guy has is incredible, and he's going to grow even more and more. And the most interesting part about Baddies Only is that if you look closely at the results, obviously the remix have the best kind of performances so far. But if I'm going back in here, sorry guys, music, songs, yeah, I always get confused in this part. All right, so if you can see, the amount of saves are incredible on all of his catalog. And it's important to say that we have 2 campaigns running for 2 of his best performing songs, for the remix and for his original house tracks. You can see right over here. But if we look on the audience's source of streams, the general source of streams, you can see this thing have a huge impact. Our campaign have a huge impact. And right now, in order to get more and more organic streams from the Spotify algorithmic playlist, what we have to do is to bring people that have a really high listening rate to his Spotify, and then to let the algorithmic playlist, as you can see in here, the radio, the Discover Weekly, Daily Mix, all these kind of algorithmic playlists to do the work for him. It's incredible to see these kind of results, 2 million streams for free that we actually invested, as I told you once again, only in the last, only in the last 30 days. I'm curious to see that. So that's the Sapphire. We've invested only $600 in the past 30 days only on this specific remix, and it's working incredible. As you can see, we invested the exact same amount of money on his original track, and it's working incredible. Obviously, working by the book with the Spotify algorithm, not against it. It's the most important things for us, and the thing that we've learned so far as a marketing agency, that we can't have any shortcuts. We can't do any shortcuts for our clients. We have to work by the book, and these kind of things happens all the time. I mean, like, it's incredible to watch these results. Going back to look at it, 77% algorithmic playlist, and just in the last 28 days, 2.4 million streams from the radio. How good is that, huh?